Hey everybody, welcome back to Reason for Truth. I'm your host, Stevie Garofalo. Today, I just wanted to read this article to you. I got it at Epoch Times. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the Epoch Times, I don't work for them. I don't get paid for them, but it's a great news source, the Epoch Times. You can as well get it on your app right on your phone. Here's the deal. It costs a little money. It's like $75 a year, but they're not indebted to their advertisers. They do some advertising, but they're not indebted to them. So I think it's great. They did an article, short article, so I want to read it to you. It was published January 19th, 2024. It is titled "Till a Delayed Death Do Us Part" by Matthew Little, Epoch Times editor, senior editor, health and senior editor. But it goes on to say a supportive marriage is one of the greatest blessings in life. You don't hear that. He says, all that often, by the way. He says, yet popular opinion on marriage has declined. You could see a lot of statistics on that all through the United States and the world, sadly. Modern films, television, and music seem to obsess over casual romantic encounters. But as people lose sight of the value of marriage, suffering increases. And we see that people are more lonelier than ever today, but more promiscuous at the same time, right? It's my own words. The longest running study in the world, which only included men until about a decade ago, finds our relationships are the key determining factor in health and happiness. How about that? I think that's been established before, but it's just not well publicized anymore. More than cholesterol or blood pressure, the relationships in men's lives were the most significant predictor of a healthy, happy life, writes Epoch Times health report Emma Sudi of the Harvard Study of Adult Development. As single-parent households rise, so too does the stress on single parents and their children. Starting to make sense, isn't it? Listen, at the end of the day, this is a short article, but man, it says a whole lot. I think the state of marriage has moved to something that is taken more in a legal terms. Sometimes young people take it to be a little bit more semi-casual. So maybe I'll just keep my name and not take my husband's name. People say, what's wrong with that? Well, that goes down to roles of husband and wife, which are very different. Men are very different than women. You can get in trouble for saying that today. But the point is, I think all this confusion in society is affecting everyday marriage. And that's sad. If we go back to the Bible, which we're not going to dissect that today, gives a wonderful blueprint, the best blueprint for a healthy, good marriage that exists on the face of the planet. That's all I'm saying about it. Go check out this article. Check out Epoch Times. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's stay close to God. Let's make sure that we put him as the centerpiece of our marriage so that when he says, she says, you know what they do? They can't resolve it. Yeah, well, you don't get a divorce because it was unresolvable. Go to the Bible. Then you both submit to that. He may be right. She may be right. Sometimes either or both. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you have a good marriage. All marriages are flawed. No marriage is perfect. But I tell you, a marriage that stays together is what keeps a culture solid. It's what raises healthy children. And it's what creates a culture that is, sustainable and as well as healthy and reflects God's goodness. That's why. I should say that's the why behind the that it does. So God's blessings to you. Hey, listen, let's make sure we get married, stay married, do the disciplines that come with that, seek God, and enjoy the good times and the blessing God gives us of our husband or wife from our youth. So God's blessings to you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Steve Garofalo, and this is your Reason for Truth for today.